started playing piano when I was really born. My grandma was a piano teacher, so she started teaching me. I hated it, so I quit when I was like 4 or 5 and just refused to do anything. But then I saw the guitar and I became infatuated with playing the guitar. And my mom tricked me by getting me a guitar teacher when I was 9 who could also play piano. And it started with the guitar, and then eventually, you should try learning some stuff on the piano every other week, and you should try just mostly doing piano. So here we are. When I got to Brown, I knew I wanted to do a cappella. I've been a member of the Derbies for the past few years. I'm music director. It's been a huge part of my Brown experience. I absolutely love it. I love the guys and just singing in general. Yeah, it's really been amazing. But then when we were sent home, I thought, I don't want to look back at this pandemic, no matter how long it lasts, and think, and the highlight just be, the sadness and the pain and the misery of, living in a world on fire. I want to have some sort of personal silver lining, and for me that was actually putting in the work and the effort of pursuing the thing I've always wanted to pursue, which is making music and putting it out there and hopefully making someone's day just a little bit better. The answer was TikTok. It was kind of trending that way before the pandemic. I'd say starting in August of 2019 is when it first caught my eyes. Maybe this could be a thing that I do, but I didn't really think about it seriously until we were sent home last March. So I made a plan, and starting May 15th, when I had my last final, I woke up the very next day and started making a short video. And I got, within the first month, a very solid 19 followers. I just cold DM'd a pretty successful TikToker. Her name's Providas. And it just shows the power. People always say, it never hurts to ask. It never hurts to ask. Just cold email, cold DM. I learned that because I was literally no one. I had 200 followers, I think, back by then. She had 200,000. I had never really had anything viral or anything. But I DM'd her and said, hey, you post these singing stuff where she was singing into GarageBand. It was a really complex arrangement, a lot of cluster chords and stuff. And I know how to produce. And so we started talking. She sent me her stems. I produced it, and that became her cover of Electric Love, which has over 3 million streams on Spotify. Yeah, I was seeing more comedic stuff go around and thinking maybe I could do some billboards type jingle. So originally, they were a little bit more jazz based. I used a major 7 resolution there, but it's I don't have anything to do today. Let me just go into my sibling's room and just stand there. And that got, I was excited when it hit 1,000 views, and then I refreshed my screen and it was at 5,000 views and 10,000 views, and by the end of the night 100,000 views, and I cut to 3 days later and it has, I was thinking now it has 4 million views. Seeing 1 million views on a video is a lot different than seeing a crowd of 1 million people. It's a lot harder to imagine and a lot easier to kind of just gloss over as okay, cool, 1 million views, okay, on to the next. So I've been trying to sit back and appreciate it a little bit more. Just engaging with people more, getting to actually know the people that are listening to my stuff has been a lot of fun. Connecting with other creators on TikTok. We've done some Discord, Among Us, sessions and stuff, and it's been really cool to see some of these people that I watched before I had a platform at all, and actually get a chance to talk to and meet them as people. The beauty of it for me, and what I kept thinking about, was what a great opportunity I have. Not just for me and my career, but genuinely, I found myself in an interesting spot because we're in the middle of a global pandemic. the first one in human history that we have this internet capability to reach so many people. So many people are like hurting and need a smile, need just something as part of their day to make them feel a little bit better. That's the beauty in what I've in the position that I found myself in. And that's one of the reasons why I still do it, and I love doing it, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. It's something we joke about, like in like friends only posts and stuff on TikTok with like other TikTokers. It's like, did you just go viral? Well, guess what? That's who you are now. And it's there's a lot of truth to that, because it's like what I was saying before. I did the Billboard stuff one time in August, and when I've been posting essentially every day for 2 or 3 months and getting max engagement of 800, 900 views on a post, 100 likes, all of a sudden to see 4 million views, 600,000 likes, like I said, this stuff is not absurdly hard for me to make. I should keep making it, see where it takes me. Like, I do want to grow into, I consider myself a serious musician. And I think that in like the jingles, I have the opportunity to practice a lot of things. So a lot of that is actually really good. But, I don't know if I see myself in like the musical comedy realm forever. I know that this song that I'm releasing March 19th, it's based on a TikTok, Instagram reel, but I don't think I would consider it a comedy song as much as it is like reflective song, and kind of like, my perspective on, overthinking. So the song started off as a reel and a TikTok that I posted in December. I'm busy overthinking everything. And that was it. So I sat down and I started writing a comedic version, and then I thought, so like the first verse, and I won't give it all away. The first verse I think is a little bit comedy. It's kind of like ties it all together. But then it goes into this kind of like exploration of how it feels to overthink. You're stuck in this loop of overthinking, and it's hard to break. And it's something that I've dealt a lot with, like with my own anxiety. And that's why I started writing music. Not for the clout, not for streams on Spotify, not for, TikTok followers and views. It was to take how I was feeling and what I was dealing with in my life and put it into a way that I could digest, It was for me more than anything. Like, this is how I process, and everyone has a different way. And, if there's been something that's been like more like positive or negative in my life, there's probably a song on my hard drive about it. So that's kind of, I see this song as kind of somewhere in the middle, because it deals with the real, like, a problem of like loop thinking, overthinking, and the idea is like, where do you turn when you're lost? Who do you go to? And it's not necessarily like a who or a where. It could be advice. It could be, your favorite book, your favorite song. But no one can do this thing we call life alone, And those who try, they'll find that their problems come up in other places. So I'm a big believer in having outlets. Music is my outlet. Yours can be anything. But some way to process what you're going through. And there's been a hell of a lot of stuff to process for everyone the last 12 months. So this is kind of the culmination of those 12 months in terms of, feeling kind of lost, alone, stuck, not knowing where to go, and kind of figuring out, like, what is my support system? Where do I turn to when, things get rough?